Hi guys, it's me again. I realized I left something out of the last one. Part of the fabrication of the bumper was the construction of inner and outer mounts. And I'll show you what I mean by that. I forgot that in the last one. I was running short on time anyways, so I'll give you a look at the design I used when putting the mounts together on this. It's pretty much a departure from the original design of the factory bumper, which I didn't like at all, which didn't do much as far as towing capacity or impact for that matter. So let's take a look, all right? Okay, here's what we got. Now, on the outer side of the bumper, you have your recovery points, fine. That's a solid piece, not just welded to the outside, but it actually passes through, see? It passes through the 4x4 stock here. Let me zoom in here. Now, what I did was a two-piece construction, and with high tensile grade 8 bolts right there. Let me get down on the ground. Okay, so as we pass through from the outside, okay, there's the recovery point. We pass through. Now, it's a two-piece design. Picture two letter T's butted up with the flat portion of the T against each other. We'll do an overhead shot here. See, like that. Now, they're a little loose right now because I'm taking the bumper off and putting it on. I just don't really want to torque it up to full strength just yet. But I'll show you what happens. So, that's half-inch steel right there, okay? Now we'll follow the course. It then passes through the original frame cross member there, which I welded back together. I cut a slot for it to pass through on its way to the frame rail, and I hope we can see this here. Okay, see? It comes through, and I've got two more grade 8 bolts passing through there, and then it ends. See, it butts right up against there. And I'll provide the measurements for that, or I'll provide a link to the measurements for that. Now let's go under it. Now, that's great that it's bolted up on that side, but I want something to reinforce the back side. So let's take a look under. Hope we can see it in here. Okay. All right. So there's the frame rail. It's coated with Por 15 right now, and there's the backing plate right there. I hope I can get out of that glow of the sunlight there. And what I did was I welded capture nuts here to the inside so it has a fixed point. So the drawing strength, so if I'm pulling somebody out, the drawing strength is really coming this way. It's pulling this way, putting more pressure on load and pressure on the bolts here, rather than on this outer structural member here. I don't know if you can see it. This original cross member, which was carrying the weight before. And the previous owner had tried to pull with it before, I guess putting a hook and chain on there, and really ripped the crap out of it. You see where that hole got ripped right out? And there's a bit of deformity in there. Yeah. So I'll cut and patch that eventually, but that's not a priority for me right now. And there you go. There's a little notch you'll see as well. Let me try and zoom in here. Because right in here, there's a rivet. There's a big fat rivet right there, and so I just wanted to slide in. It's a little more than I needed, but I mean, when we're talking half-inch steel, it wasn't really a big deal. So I cut that out right there, and that just butts up against the back here. So let me go back out. Okay, take a look at the other side. Oh, that's covered. So once again, there you go. So the first T coming out this way, the second one butting up against it, and then becoming the recovery mount on the back side. I hope that helps in your design. So drop me a line if you have any questions or if I can be of any help, alright? That's what the interweb is all about.